Have you ever been singing and you sing high and then you sing low, and sometimes you notice that maybe that doesn't really match, or you feel some kind of muscle kick in that doesn't really feel great, or maybe that high note doesn't really want to function, or maybe you even feel like you're kind of like doing a yodel? We have things, and we call it registration in singing, and it's very common. So you're probably anywhere, if you're watching this video, you're probably somewhere like high school to early, maybe 20s. No matter if you're a man or a woman, you are going to experience a type of voice change, okay? You're going to experience a lot of growth in your sound. Look at your bodies, your neck, your shoulders, the width of everything's changing on you right now, and quite rapidly. Your bones, your muscles, it's all growing. And so as you're learning to sing, you need to understand that the way things feel are going to shift. That is very common. There are a couple of things that we can talk about, though, to help you deal with certain registration issues. So registration, I like to think about it in three parts. So we have like a high part, a middle part, and a low part. And often what will happen is a female will talk about the high part of the voice. Might be a little airy at times as you're still growing and changing. And then it might have a little bit of a break somewhere. Well, the middle might be a little bit more airy, or you can push it up into your chest voice and it has some power. And then as you come into the low, it's also in chest voice. But we want to learn to kind of, in classical music per se, and even in just healthy, good singing that's going to take you into, a longer portion of your life, maybe a little older, is to learn to blend those registers so that we don't hear a gap. The same thing for men. Most of you male identifying singers will know that there's a point in your life where the sound just kind of drops and now you're low. You can access a falsetto, right? That is another portion of your voice. But you want to learn to use the voice in an efficient way. And I talk about registration with my singers by the way I ask them to breathe and use the breath while singing. So I like to approach it from the top of the voice all the way down. And I want it to feel like it's flowing. So we're going to do this little exercise to help you kind of blend these registers. I call it the lion's breath, okay? You're going to take that inhalation that you took from our other breathing video. So you're going to exhale your breath. Then you're going to inhale, get large. And notice I open my mouth. It's really important that you remember to do that as I like to do that when I'm practicing this exercise as I'm inhaling, okay? Notice that when I do this, I'm kind of smiling, right? I'm not doing this. This is also another, we talk a lot about in singing about where I put the voice. I want to make sure that my sound's not wanting to fall down here. So I kind of smile and get my jaw out of the way. That's one of my little tricks. So when I take my inhale, that's my position, all right? Then I'm gonna breathe in kind of quicker this time, and I wanna do it like it's like a surprise, like I've just given you $1 million. I was like, I'm gonna give you $1 million, and you go, okay? So I've just dropped into that breath, right? I filled up. I don't suck it in, but I get bigger, okay? So that's the step for this. So for the lion's breath, you're going to need to exhale your breath. And when I inhale, that's the singing sound, right? Put your hand in front of your face, and I want you to feel that you are fogging a dirty eyeglasses, okay? So we're just gonna lightly keep that continual breath going. So if I wanted to just keep a little foggy air on that glass for, let's say, 8 counts, that's a pretty long one. Let's see if we can do that. So we're going to exhale the breath to start, exhale it all out, get rid of it. Inhale, expand. Now fog your glass. Continue. Now stop. That little continual air that you feel is how it feels when you're singing, right? You should feel that the navel is going a little bit towards the spine, or there's a drawing in on the exhale. Very subtle, but again, you're going in that direction. Now, to fix our registration, or to help it, or to practice how to blend that, I want to feel that breath, or that sound, which is will be the same thing, is continuing, right? And then as I'm coming down in my register, I want to make sure that I don't press on the gas pedal too fast, nor do I pull off the gas pedal. So I like to talk about registration as though you were riding down the freeway and you've got traffic all around you and everybody's going 65 miles an hour, and we've got to maintain that. If I press too far, I'm going to hit the car in front. If I don't keep on the gas, I'm going to mess up traffic behind me. Okay? So we want to kind of blend in there, not constricting, not trying to close the throat. I keep a really bright smile in my cheeks. Okay, so I'm going to show you the exercise. I'm going to exhale my breath. Notice my posture did not collapse. I'm going to inhale with a smile. And I'm going to sigh from the top of my register all the way down without a break. And I kept that air going a little bit. Now, watch what happens if I push on the gas too far. So now watch what happens if I press on that gas too hard. All right, I'll try it again. You can hear these big differences, and you'll often get that kind of click in the middle, or that feeling like you're doing like a yodel, which we don't want, right? We want those registers to match. You can also try it from the bottom. Right? If I press too hard, I'm going to click, right? So you can start to blend your registers by practicing this one simple little exercise of just sirens up and down. Now notice, the main component to me is that the breath is continuing, right? It's like I'm trying to maintain a candle flickering. I don't want to blow it out, but I want it to be moving, okay? I also want to maintain this feeling of a smile and a feeling of, like, when I say to you, I'm going to give you $1 million and you have a surprise, and you feel there's like a little bit of air that kind of hits the back of the molars, that little palate back there that can lift the dome, right? I want to maintain that kind of buoyancy there. If I collapse that, then I'm losing my structure. I'm allowing a little bit of my posture, another postural component, to kind of collapse. So I hope that helps you in talking about registration. It's really something you will probably have to adjust to your entire life as a singer, because your body is always changing. But it is something that you can work to adjust, and I hope that you do.